Hello, in this video we're going to perform a benchmark test between REALME 14T and the REALME C71. Okay, so let's begin. For this test I'm going to be using the Geekbench 6 app and also the 3D Mark on both of the devices, so maybe let's begin with the Geekbench 6 app, and in here we're going to perform the CPU and also the GPU benchmark. You can see them right in here. In here you can also see some information about the device, such as operating system, the CPU and the clusters, and how many cores does each device have. Okay, so now simply let's run the test. Okay, and now let's wait until it's finished. It's gonna take a little bit, so simply be patient, and I'll see you once it's finished. Okay, so we are after the test. Now we have our results. So, for example, when it comes to the single core score on the REALME 14, we have it on this level, 778 points. The multi-core score is 2011, in comparison to 441 points for the single core score on the REALME C71, and the multi-core score is 1500. So, when it comes to the results, the 14T looks better. The difference on the level of 300 points on the single core score, and when it comes to the multi, it's 500. Okay, below we have some information that we can read. For example, the CPU information. You can take a look. How does it look like? Below we have the memory information. Again, you can see some information. We also have the single core performance. Okay. You can see all the information. Now we have the multi-core performance also. You can take a look. So when it comes to the multi-core performance, in here we have also the integer score and the floating point score. On the REALME 14T, the integer score is 2005, the floating point score is 2021, and on the C71, integer score is 1539 and the floating point score is 1434. You can take a look. And now below again we have some information. You can take a look. And now let's run the GPU benchmark also. Just like that. Now click on Run GPU benchmark. And again, I'll see you once we have our results. Okay, so now we are after the test. And now we can see the results, and you can see a big difference, because on the REALME 14T we have almost twice more points than on the C71. We have 1400 in comparison to 723 points. Now as we scroll down again, we have some information about our devices. In here we have the OpenCL information. We can take a look how it looks like. And below we have the OpenCL performance also. Okay, so that's when it comes to the GPU benchmark and the Geekbench 6 app. Now let me close that app, and now we are going to perform also the benchmark test in the 3D Mark app. I'm going to be using the wildlife test, which is recommended, as you can see. It's going to take 1 minute, so let me run the test. Also, I'll rotate the phones. Okay. I don't know why it failed to run on the C71. So let's wait. Okay, it requires installing, so we need to wait, but we can observe the results on the REALME 14T. Okay, the test has been downloaded on the REALME C71. We'll launch it in a second, but now we have the results on our 14T. So the overall score is 1380. The average frame rate is 8.26. And here we have a comparison with other devices. Okay, now let's run the tests on the C71. Let's wait until it's loaded, and we'll see on which phone the overall score will be higher. Okay, so this test is running. We only have 2.5 FPS, so it's not the best device for gaming, as you can see. But let's wait until this test is finished. Okay, now we can take a look. Let me also rotate the phones into the normal position. So the overall score on the C71 is only 577, and the average frame rate is 3.46 in comparison to 8.26. And here you can see the result. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.